click on the link. Click on the link.
How you doing, Kev?
Hey man, did it work?
Yeah, I think so.
All right, that's good.
I think it
Now,
has my picture on too.
okay,
Oh,
right now I see your video. All right, that's good.
I think it has my picture on it.
Okay, right now I see your video. Yeah, so turn off your camera.
Okay, how the hell do I do that? You hit the.
Okay, right now I see your video.
There we go.
There you go. So turn off your
Okay.
camera. I have to turn off my
There we go.
There you go. This here. Okay. There we go. I have to turn off my I just turned off my sound. There we go. So how does that sound?
I hear a pretty strong delay.
I just turned off my sound. Okay. So how does that sound?
I hear a pretty strong delay. Boy.
Okay. How about now?
Boy, I don't know what the hell I'm doing with this, Kevin.
Oh, okay. Well, I can hear you very good. Can you hear me okay, or did it go away?
No, I hear you great. I don't know what the hell I'm doing with this, Kevin.
Yeah. me too, buddy. This is all brand new. Can you hear me okay, or did it go away?
No, I hear you great. I don't know what the hell I'm doing with this, Kevin.
Okay, because right now I still hear an echo. Me too, buddy. This is all brand new.
No, I hear you great. I wonder what's causing the
Okay,
echo.
because right now I still hear an echo.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, my.
I wonder if I have to close YouTube and just use this.
Well, I think maybe if you turn off your, you know, like on your YouTube, when you're watching, maybe you have to turn off your volume. I think maybe if you turn off your, you know, like on your YouTube, when you're Does that make sense? Maybe you have to turn off your volume.
Okay.
Turn off your, you know, like on your YouTube.
Let's see. Oh, let's see. Turn the volume up. How about now?
Well, now you sound good.
You're right. I had to turn the audio off on the YouTube.
Okay, yeah, that's what I had to do also.
Yeah, it's perfect now. Perfect, bro.
Oh, outstanding.
Yeah, it looks. I saw your videos today, man. It looks like you had a beautiful day in Kentucky. I live about 2 hours north of New York City, straight up the Hudson, and we had a kind of rainy, not bad day, you know, for this time of year. Probably about 68 degrees, but
okay.
I love warm weather, you know.
Oh, I do too.
And, yeah, I really do.
Just living in Alaska all my life, and then when I went to the tropics in the Philippines, it was just so nice to be around heat. And then I didn't want to really go back to Alaska.
Oh yeah, I used to chat on Yahoo a lot, and until they stopped it, and I knew a guy there. He was back in the States. I think he was living in California, but he did something in the oil business up in Alaska. He said he made tremendous money. He was quite a character too. It was a very entertaining room back in the day, but all good things come to an end, right?
Well, you know, in Alaska, we have the Trans-Alaska Pipeline, and
Yeah,
that's probably where he worked at, up at
yeah,
Prudhoe Bay.
yeah. He was a character. All he wanted to do is smoke weed all the time. I did that in my teenage years, but I'm done with that stuff. You know?
My ex-wife, she smoked all the time.
Yeah, yeah. I don't like drugs anymore at all. I think it's ridiculous. But
Yeah.
I think Duterte is really going crazy cleaning up the Philippines. I think it's a good thing.
Well, he's
Um,
cleaning it up, but he's kind of making making himself a hardliner.
yeah, yeah, and yeah, my wife is from Cebu, and I met her in 2008. Actually, it's crazy the story of my story because I had this back in you probably remember back in the Yahoo days. If you were on that at all, they used to have all those chat rooms and Messenger, and
That's how I met that's how I met my business partner. Was
yeah,
on that Yahoo.
I really got kind of fed up. I'm 57 years old now, and I kind of got fed up with American Girls, and
Okay, you're 2 years older than I am.
yeah. And I've been through some things, not really in the Philippines, but health issues. Like 20 years ago, I had a brain aneurysm that I should have died from, but didn't. And that was before I met my wife. And previous to meeting my wife, well, I want to tell you this because this girl that I met in one of those Asian chat rooms was from the Philippines, and she turned into a lesbian, but I didn't know that. But we were like talking back and forth. I really never had any plans at that time to go to the Philippines. Yeah, isn't that crazy? I mean, I never even was with her. So maybe I was just, had a bad personality or something. But, but I thank God for her because she was a workmate for my wife, and she introduced me to my wife, Cleo, and I met Cleo, and she actually her workmate knew her Yahoo name and everything and added her on Yahoo for me. But my wife, she was a real hardcore businesswoman. She was very poor and had to win scholarships to how you doing?
Hey, Gary, hear me?
I don't want to die.
We got another guy on board.
Oh, sorry about that, guys. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, great.
I see. Okay, Gary, can you turn off your camera?
What do I turn off?
Your camera.
Turn it off?
Yeah.
Okay.
There
Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me?
Oh yeah.
Yes. Sounds great.
But you might need to turn off your sound on YouTube.
So okay, did I do this right? Did I do this right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
But all you gotta do is turn off your sound on YouTube.
Oh, on YouTube, I gotta turn off my sound.
Yeah.
Okay, hang in. Okay, so I gotta go back to. But wait. So you guys can't hear me? Is that correct?
Well, no, I can hear you good on Hangout, but on YouTube, just turn off your sound.
Okay, so I'm gonna go through another. Okay, hang on. I'm gonna go through another Windows, and I'm gonna go back to YouTube.
Yeah.
And then just turn off the sound. You say?
Yep. But stay on Hangout, but turn off.
Yeah, I'm on Hangout. I'm just going to a different window. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Oh, you can.
Yep.
I can hear you great. I can hear it. Yeah. Oh, then I don't need to do anything. I don't think I need to do anything then.
Yeah, you sound good.
Well, you might have to turn off your sound on YouTube.
Okay. How do I do that though? Hang in.
Yeah, you go to the YouTube window. And
okay, I'm on YouTube. How do I turn the sound off on YouTube?
You know where the speaker icon is at the bottom where you turn the slider, you turn up and down. You just turn it all the way down.
Turn it all the way down? Okay, it's all the way down. You guys hear me now?
Yep.
Yeah, perfect.
All right.
Okay, hang in. You know what? I can't hear you guys too good at all now.
Oh, really?
No, you know what? I hear you guys perfect now. When I leave my sound up on YouTube, I hear you guys really good. Can you guys hear me good?
Yeah, I hear you loud and clear.
So I think
Yeah,
that it's
very.
okay. Then I think it's fine, just the way it is. Hey, sorry about interrupting you guys. Go ahead and keep talking about what you were doing, and I'll just listen.
Okay, well, right now
Yeah.
we are live.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yep, and we'll just start. We started a couple of minutes early. I just wanted to come on and see, to get you guys logged in, and I'm happy.
Okay,
So-
hang in. Let me ask you guys. So when I come on, what do I do? Do I turn the camera on when I?
No, we'll just have it off. You can just turn off your camera. Yeah.
Oh, you
Okay,
saw
good.
that? You saw that New York video I had up?
Yep. Now you could just go back to YouTube and you can read the messages and everything.
Okay, hang in.
All right, we got 4 viewers, so we're doing good.
So, Kevin, how are those Nathan Franks you had today?
Buddy, those aren't that bad. They're pretty good food.
Yeah.
It's better than ballpark French.
Yeah. Yeah. Did you ever see that contest in Coney Island they have where a guy will eat like 100 of those? It's crazy.
Yeah, he's usually a little Japanese guy.
Yeah. Isn't it amazing?
Yeah,
I don't know where they put it.
He really pounds them down. But he also does other eating contests all over, everywhere.
Yeah.
So will be pretty good if you guys can introduce yourselves and saying who you are and where you came from, like a brief introduction.
Hey guys.
Hey,
Hey,
buddy.
I can hear 2 sets of people talking at the same time, but it seems like it's 2 different conversations.
That might be your YouTube channel.
Yeah, but you know what? If I turn down my YouTube channel, then I can't hear you guys. It's really weird.
But you could turn up your Hangout channel. You could turn that up, the volume up louder.
On what, Hangouts?
Yeah.
But you know what I did, Kevin?
Go ahead.
I came out on Hangouts through your link, though. I didn't go through Hangouts. I just went to your link when I was on YouTube, and that's how I got.
Yeah.
That's how I connected with you. So should I go to Hangouts?
Richard.
Yeah, I did the same thing too. I came out to his link, and I had to turn my volume on my YouTube channel off, and the Google Hangouts. I didn't have to make any adjustments. I guess it was at the right volume, but I'm not that familiar with this either. It's my first time. So, is your name Gary? Is it?
Yeah,
Jerry.
Yeah, my name's Jerry. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, yeah. Where are you from, Jerry?
You know, it's really weird. I'm listening to 2 different conversations, and I know I got to turn off one of these somehow. Turn something off here.
How about if you unplug your earplugs?
All right, hang in. All right, I got the earplugs off.
Okay, and now turn off your camera, and then just go off the volume. Okay, let me see if I can. Let me see.
So what should I turn off? What should I turn off?
Your camera. There you go. Okay.
I
Okay.
think his mic is muted. Maybe not.
Yeah, that's what I'm just trying to take a look at right now.
Down there where his picture is, it looks like his mic has a line through it. So
Yeah, I'm trying to click on that.
mm-hmm.
Okay, it says eject. I don't want to eject. Yeah, see, this part is still new to me,
Oh yeah.
so I'm trying to get things rolling. Huh? Yeah, you still got a line through your
Mike, yeah.
right from broadcast. No,
He might have clicked both his camera and, you know, when that thing appears at the top of your screen for your camera, he might have clicked both the microphone and the
Oh, okay.
camera. 'Cause
Uh, hey, Gary, can you see on your in Google Hangout? You see up on top there's a microphone and it has a slash through it. Hey, buddy. Okay, Richard. Hey, Richard, why don't
Yeah.
you talk? Okay, I see your volume moving.
yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
good.
Okay,
There
he's
you
back
go.
now.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, but I can see you again. But okay, now say something.
Yeah, his mic went off again. There, his mic is
Okay,
back.
good. Okay. Okay, now how do we sound? There you go.
I think his cam is
Yeah,
back on again.
see, this is the hardest part is trying to get the bug.
Okay, but when I turn that slider down, I have no voice at all. I can't hear anybody.
Huh. Oh, okay. But what? Okay, yeah, there goes that again. Okay, there. Now that's good. Now you just got to kill your camera because it might be taking up too much feed.
I can't. I don't hear nothing.
How about now?
No.
Okay, because right now we hear you good, but we see you. But that's okay if that's okay. Yeah.
See, they're behind.
You're the one who's behind, the one that you're talking.
I'm behind.
Okay, so you can hear us all okay?
Nah, that's the late. That's the when you were talking earlier.
How does our sound now? Richard, are you still there?
Yeah, I don't know if you can hear me, but yeah, I'm still here.
Yeah, I hear you.
They are this one. These are the three, right?
Yeah, I'm there.
Okay, well, I hear everybody pretty good right now.
Mm-hmm.
Can you guys
Yeah,
hear
me
me?
too. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, we can hear you good.
Okay, cool.
Okay, are you still having a double feed?
Yeah, I think we're all good now.
All right, excellent.
Cool.
All right, I'm gonna have Richard tell us like your name, where you're from, and what made you interested about the Philippines.
All right. My real name is Richard Lee Rogers, and I'm from New York, but I live 2 hours north of New York City. And what made me interested in the Philippines was my beautiful wife, Cleo. It will be 8 years, June 22nd, that we've been married. And we live in New York, but hopefully within a few years, we can retire in the Philippines.
Cool. And how did you guys meet?
We met through another girlfriend of mine. As I didn't know what to do when I came in here, but I was telling the story of this girl, Janice, that I met on Yahoo years ago. And
Yeah,
she
I'm behind.
been on you still? But yeah, I met this girl, Janice, on Yahoo. Oops, I think he's got a double feed still.
Okay.
Is it?
Hey Gary,
All right.
how does that sound now?
Yeah. Is everything okay there with Jerry?
Hey guys, can you guys hear me?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
that's
perfect.
good.
Very good. Yeah.
Hey, how do I turn up my Hangouts?
How do you turn it up? I don't know. I'm just leaving mine as the way it is.
Let's see.
I can hear you real good, and I can hear you good and loud.
This is my first time being on it.
Have you tried this one?
But
This
if you
one,
put
this
your
one?
mouse on the screen, it
This
seems to
circle.
pop up icons over here.
This one.
Control.
Cannot hear, funny.
Yeah, it sounds good, you
No.
guys. Yeah,
Well,
that sounds good, buddy.
Phone calls, invites, Androids.
Are you on your phone or are you on a tablet?
This really sucks.
Gary?
I think he's still having technical issues.
This really sucks.
Maybe getting feedback or something.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, because right now mines are doing pretty good. Yeah, that's what I'm just trying to take a look at right now. Okay.
I can hear you guys now.
Okay,
I can
good.
hear you guys.
Yeah, but I can
Yeah.
hear you good too.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Yep, loud and clear.
Yeah, I think I'm hearing two people, but that's cool. Yeah, I think I'm okay now. I'm not sure, but I don't
Okay, good. Well, can you give us an introduction about yourself?
Hey, but you know what? It seems that for a while my conversation is lagging, you guys.
Maybe
Ah.
use one of those windows loud.
Are you still there?
Yes, sir. I
Yeah.
can hear you real good.
Oh, you can hear me good now?
Yep.
I think I fixed the problem, but I don't know. I think so.
Okay, yeah, I can hear you excellently.
Okay, now I'm hearing you at the same time, so you're not lagging now at all.
Excellent.
Yeah, you're loud and clear.
Oh, great. Cool. Hey, go ahead, guys, and just let me know when they come in, just whatever.
Okay, well, I was just asking you, buddy, just to give me an introduction about yourself.
Oh, okay. Did Richard already go through? Did Richard already give an introduction?
Yeah, you did.
But
Oh, he
since you
did.
didn't hear it, I'll do it again for your.
Would
for
you?
you,
Sorry
Jerry,
about
okay?
that, Richard. It's my first time
Yeah,
on
no
Hangout. Sorry about that.
Yeah,
guys.
me too. No problem at all. Yeah, I'm originally from New York, and I live there now, and I live about 2 hours north of New York City in the suburbs.
Cool.
And I'm 57 years old. I'm an old dude.
Hey, I'm older than you, man.
But no, you look good, man. I've seen you on your cam. You look good.
Thanks, bro.
And it looks like Kevin's a baby here, huh? Kevin, how old are you?
He's the youngest.
I'm 55.
Yeah, he's the
Yeah,
baby.
I got a brother. I got a brother that lives in Marco Island, Florida. He's your age, and he's living the high life down there.
Cool.
Wow,
Yeah.
life is good, man.
Yeah. But
Nice.
yeah, so yeah, I met my wife through I guess the topic of the room is what made us interested in the Philippines, and
Right.
mine was my wife, and she's what drew me there. I never intended to go there, although I heard a lot of cool things about the Philippines from people, former workmates and things, and neighbors. I had some Filipino neighbors in one of my old neighborhoods there. I thought they were really exceptional people.
Nice.
And yeah, and I remember this neighbors that moved in. It was a mother and two kids, and there was an older daughter. And she used to, the boy, Jim, he was, probably 10 years old. And she was in high school. And whenever it rained or anything, the daughter would walk Jim up the street with an umbrella in the rain or whatever to school. I said, wow, my older sister would never do that for me. And I just noticed all those little things about those people that, are amazing. They're very kind, loving people. And
yeah, I mean, I totally agree, man. Totally.
yeah, and
Pretty loyal.
Yeah, definitely.
oh, loyal to death. Yeah, in their country, you know, they don't believe in divorce. So when they marry, it's for forever. So I didn't get married in the Philippines. I got married in New York, but I've been married since 2009, June 22nd, coming up on 8 years this June. Very
Nice.
happy.
Was that your first marriage, Richard?
Yeah, I was kind of a, you know, wise ass wild man when I was younger, and you know, I never found the right. I had lots of American girlfriends, but
Right.
I never found the right woman.
Cool.
I just didn't, you know, and I've known guys that were in like the Navy or the Army or whatever that were stationed there, and they told me these crazy stories from up in Clark Air Force Base.
Yeah,
That
sure.
was amazing. But I didn't, you know, you see, like, I don't know if you guys know Seth. They're
Yeah.
from
Well, you know
Seth
what?
Style.
I see the channel. I've never actually met him, but he just seems like a nice guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he does. But I find him he's interested in, like, you know, the things of the Philippines that are not really representative of the Philippines, but everybody gets drawn to that, you know.
Well,
And
yeah. I mean, you know what? I mean, my whole thing is, to me, I wouldn't be able to live in a place like Angeles City, but that's
Me
just
neither.
me. You
Yeah,
know,
me
because
yeah.
I was kind of well, I'll tell you in a few minutes, but go ahead, Richard. Yeah, and I'm sure we've all got the same story, you know, going out there and stuff like that. Very similar stories, you know.
Yeah, 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 yeah. So I had, you know, this was back in like probably 2003. I was kind of giving up on American Women. So I all of a sudden discovered the computer, and I was chatting in Yahoo, and I discovered these Yahoo chat rooms with Asian lovely ladies. So I just went in and listened, and I noticed it was all Filipino women. And out of the blue one day, this girl, she sent me a message, and she said, "Hey, what's up?" Like that. I want to cam with you or whatever. And I said, "Oh, okay, fine." I said, "I'm not a young guy or anything." But she had just graduated from college. She was like 23 years old. And I said, "Oh my God, you're way too young for me." And
My wife's
yeah,
laughing in the background, guys. She's listening
yeah.
to this.
Uh-huh.
My
So,
wife's laughing in the background. She's
Oh, that's
she's
okay.
laughing, but in a nice way, you know.
Oh,
yeah, but this girl, she, you know, she insisted, and she goes, "Oh, age doesn't mean anything." I said, "Well, maybe not to you, but in my culture, it doesn't look very good. You know, it looks like I'm a pedophile or something, you know." So we stayed friends and chatted and stuff, but she drifted away. I don't know if she had some kind of crush on me or whatever, but um, like about a year later, I get a message from her. She goes, "How's your love life?" And I said, "It sucks." So she goes to me, "I got the perfect girl for you." And I said, "Huh?"
Her mother?
And she goes, "No, it was her workmate, which is now my wife,"
Oh,
which is unbelievable. Yeah.
wow.
And yeah, my wife was an amazing woman. She was so much different than the common run of the mill girls you see, like hanging out in like those back in that day. They had a lot of those net cafes, and girls would go there just playing around with guys, talking to them and stuff, you know.
You know what? They still got the net cafes. I mean, they still got the net cafes, believe it or not. They're still there, the cafes. Just out of curiosity, Richard, what's the age difference between you and your wife?
My wife is 41 and I am 57. I still robbed the cradle, didn't I?
No, actually, you know what? You know, it's kind of interesting, and probably Big Kev will probably say the same thing. There was a video that you remember Henry from Life Beyond the Sea came out with probably a couple of months ago, and he talked about the women in the Philippines with different age ranges, you know.
Mhm.
And I actually noticed the same thing when I did a lot of homework before I went to the Philippines in 2014.
okay.
But the women in the age bracket of 35 to 50 is the ones that are the really the ones that'll really take care of you, man. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
yeah. Oh my God.
Because for my studies and also what Henry said, hey, when a Filipina hits over 32 years old, she's over the hill over there. You know,
Really?
so and they just really take care of you, man. I mean, everybody I know that's in that age, married women in that age bracket, because they know what they want. They're educated generally most of the time. They've been around.
Yes.
So, you know, they're very loyal. And it worked out for me. I mean, my wife, you know, she's 49 and I'm 60, but I only wanted to go about 10 years younger, right around there. I would have gone 15, but you know, when you find the right one in the Philippines, man, you got to make the move. Because, you know, I hear a lot of horror stories. I didn't go through that, but I hear a lot of guys, you know, going through some shit and stuff like that.
Yeah, I agree with you. Back in 2008, when I was planning on going to meet my wife, my dad was he was ill with cancer, and I was taking him to chemotherapy and everything. Oh, so it was brutal. I was so stressed out. You know, he was dying, and so my wife's, well, she was my girlfriend at the time. She goes to me, "Well, you got to make up your mind if you're going to come. You know, I need to know." And so my dad passed away like on May 4th. 2008, and 3 weeks later I was in Cebu City visiting my wife, you know, and I wasn't there long because she was a call center manager back then, and she didn't get much time off from work. She got like 3-4 days off, you know. And so I really didn't get much time in the Philippines until this past March. We were there for a couple weeks, and it was really awesome. I really enjoyed it. And
the Philippines is nice, man. I like it.
You know, I love the Philippines.
Hey, Big Kev, you like the Philippines? How long were you out there, Big Kev? About 15 years?
Wow. Well, it felt longer than that, but it was really 13 years.
Oh shit! Wow.
But see, you guys might get mad at me because my story is a little bit not as glamorous as you guys is. My story when what brought me to the Philippines, I met this girl on the internet. I'm in Yahoo in the chat room, and she was talking to me and everything, and then, you know, I don't know, something stupid maybe say, show me your boobs. and yeah, I know. And
it's only natural, right?
Yeah, it's only natural, Kevin. It's not stupid.
Well, she showed it. She did it, and I go, oh my God, because I was like joking. It was like a dare, and she did, and I
So then you were in the next plane out there?
Yeah, he was there the next day.
Almost. Because see, I was in Alaska and I was working on a mining camp. And at the mining camp, I had to work at the mine for 2 weeks, and then I have 1 week off. I would fly back to Anchorage and have 1 week off. So what I did was I stayed at the mine for 1 whole month, and then I have 2 weeks off. And then the longer I stay at the mine, the more time I get to have off. So, because see, at the mine, I was working 12 hours a day, 7 days a week, but for 14 days straight. And then we get on a jet, and then we go back to Anchorage, and then we fly home for our R&R, and then after our R&R is over, we get back on the jet and fly back to the mine.
Right. I mean, the thing with that kind of work, when you got that kind of work, you can save a lot of money, though. You know what I mean? I worked on back in the 90s. I was a mate on a yacht. It was a pleasure boat, and so I did something similar to that. You know, we go on cruises, 2, 3, 4 weeks at a time, and then we come back. You know, we're in port, or we just take off for a couple of weeks. But a lot of times I had to stay in port and just I was kind of like the guardian of the boat and stuff like that, and working on the boat and stuff. But you can save a lot of money, because you don't have time to spend it. Plain and simple.
When I was young, my mid-20s, I went to Dutch Harbor, Alaska, and I got on a crab boat. Have you seen that TV show, Deadliest Catch?
Yeah, man, that's hard work. Them crab,
Okay.
them crab
That's
boats.
what my job was, and I did that for like 90 days.
Yeah.
And then I would
Yeah.
make around $50,000 in that 90 days, and then I would take off for like 5 months, and then go back to Dutch Harbor, and then go back out fishing again.
Right. But that's kind of seasonal, right? That's seasonal, that kind of work, right?
Yeah.
That's what's
And we
nice. It's seasonal, so you can make some really fast money, and then you got a lot of time off and stuff, you know.
Yeah, we have like hundreds and thousands of Filipinos that work in Alaska in the fishing industry. So a lot of them have seasonal work.
Right.
But I about my story, I met her in Yahoo, and then my next time off, I flew to the Philippines, and I met her, and something told me like this is the one. So because she worked me pretty good, and like doing everything for me, and like making me feel like I'm a king. And then I told her I'm gonna go back to the mine and work like a couple of months and get my affairs settled, and then I'm gonna cash out half of my 401k and my other investments I have. And then I was gonna sell everything and then go to the Philippines, and that's how I opened up my business there.
Right. Yeah. Hey, well, I can tell you guys a little bit about how I wound up in the Philippines.
Go ahead, buddy.
Hey, you know what? It's funny. I got married. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, sir.
I got married for my first time. And again, I don't know if all you guys came to my channel, but I'm kind of doing my channel. I'm doing a bunch of videos about my life, and then later on I'll talk about the Philippines, and I'm going to be talking about just, you know, the different lines of work that I've been into and stuff like that with real estate and all that. But I didn't even get to this video yet, so I'm going to give you guys a short like version. I got married for my first time at the age of 52, and then and she was here in Chicago because I've been living in Chicago for the last 30 years, right?
Well, you just live not too far from I do.
What's that?
You don't live that far from me.
Yeah, you're down in Kentucky, right?
Yeah.
Right. And what happened was I married a teacher. I don't know if you guys ever dated a teacher, but they're a little different, you know?
Yeah,
But
I have.
Have you? Yeah.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, they're a little different. They're kind of anal. I mean, they're nice people. My first wife was nice, but I got divorced to the day 3 years later at 55. Now, after the first year, I I wasn't happy, you know, because normally you get married, you're supposed to be happy, man. I wasn't happy, but it took me about another year and a half to get divorced because, you know, I didn't want to drag out, fight. And what I did, I married somebody that their net worth was equal to or even higher than mine. So if I did get divorced, you know, we just go our separate ways. You know what I mean? We just had one bank account to pay our bills, but we didn't commingle our funds or anything like that.
Okay.
So then when I got divorced at 55, I took a break. I took about a couple of years, and I said to myself, you know, I got too much to lose if I get remarried to a Westerner again. I got too much to lose financially here. So what I decided to do is I've never been to Asia. I mean, I've traveled a lot, and mostly when I was younger. I've never been to Asia, and I was just going to go out to the Philippines because, first of all, I had friends that were married to Filipinos, and they were all happy. But when I was younger, I was always attracted to Asian women. But back then, in my generation, Asian women only married Asian guys. That's how it was here in the States. So they didn't really marry Americans. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I started doing some research, and I noticed that the Philippines, half the country speaks English. So I said to myself, and you know what? I think the Philippines would be the best bet. So what I did is here, I used to do online dating way back in the 80s off of Craigslist. I don't know if you guys remember. Remember you'd have a Matchbox, and then somebody would send you a letter or something to your Matchbox and be forwarded to you? Well, so online dating was not new to me. I was pretty much used to it. So what I did is here in Chicago, we've got OkCupid. I don't know if you guys are familiar with OkCupid.
I heard of it.
Yeah, but what's nice about OkCupid is I was messing around with the toolbar, and there was a box that says location, and I just happened to put Manila, and they got OkCupid in the Philippines. I didn't even know. So here I am. All of a sudden, I've got like OkCupid in the Philippines. So I started, putting the feelers out there. And actually, there was a couple of, you're going to get some goofy people mailing, sending you some one-word, responses and all that. And, one of the things, if you want to be successful with online dating, especially in a foreign country, you got to have one rule, and you got to stick to this rule. And the only rule you need is that if anybody ever asks you for money, even one time, you got to get rid of them. If you stick to that rule, you'll be successful, and you won't get taken like a lot of guys get taken, And sure enough, there was 2 women that kind of sent me some messages. So I was talking to them a little bit, but the problem was they were too busy working. One was a maid, so she was working 6 days a week. She didn't have much time to talk to me. And the other one was a pharmacist, and she didn't have time to talk to me. Maybe, 30 minutes in the morning before work. So that didn't really work out until I met my wife. She was a third person, and she had a flexible schedule. So she sent me a message, and it was kind of interesting. I sent her a message, and the first thing my wife asked me was, do you have Skype? So I knew that was a good sign, because anybody that's a scammer isn't going to show their face. You know what I mean? So right. I said, hey, I got Skype. She had Skype, so we started Skyping. And throughout the first 3 months, we would Skype every day. I mean, we're talking, I was Skyping from work because my boss is hardly ever there. I mean, I ran the office, and sometimes when I come home, I'd Skype from home. So we were probably talking about 4 to 6 hours a day on Skype. And so that's a lot of Skyping, man, I'm telling you. But you really get to know a person, and she was always there. Every time I sent her a message to Skype, she Skyped me right back. So it wasn't like, oh, you know how some of these guys will try to Skype with their girlfriends in the Philippines, and she'll say, oh, I'm busy, or she can't get back to you 2-3 days. It was never like that. So, and what was nice is after 3 months, we're Skyping every day, I went out to meet her. And what was kind of interesting, I still talked a little bit to the other 2 women, but very rarely. And when I flew into the Philippines, the flights come in at night. I came in at 10 o'clock at night. My wife and her chaperone came to meet me. And right at the airport, and then I already had a hotel set up in Makati, so I wanted to be on neutral ground. I wasn't going to go to her place or her parents, family's place, none of that. I wanted to be on neutral ground in case things didn't work out. And it ended up working out, came there, spent 2 weeks. And what was nice is every time we stayed the whole time in Manila, because my wife was working in Manila in Ermitas area. And the whole time I was there, my wife was actually trying to save me money. You know what I mean? So sometimes I want to take her out to a nice restaurant. She'd go, hey, well, let's just do a carry-out and take it back to the hotel. Or if, we want to go somewhere, I'd say, well, let's just take a taxi. She goes, hey, why don't you try a jeepney? You know what I mean? You'll save some money. So everything she would do would try to save me money. And that was a good sign. To me, that was a good sign.
Yeah, that is a good deal.
Well, yeah, because normally, if you got the wrong kind of women there, hey, she's going to, she's moving up in status. She'll take the taxis. She's just going to, she'll ask you for money. Not one time did my wife ask me for money the whole time that we dated. All the way up to marriage, never asked me for any kind of money or anything. That was cool, And then, but after, what I would do is I would go. What's that?
That's a lot of difference.
Well, yeah, but what I did is after I met her after 3 months, the first 3 months, I went out there after 3 months. I would go every 3 months because my job was flexible, and I would recommend to anybody. you know, if you don't have a flexible job, because you got to get to know your wife before you marry her. You know, you don't want to go out there once or twice and bam, all of a sudden get married.
Yeah.
You kind of got to go out there every so many months and kind of spend some time with them to kind of get to know them. You know, at least
Hey, Rich,
that's just
how long
my
did it
opinion.
take you to get married?
What, Kevin?
What's that, Kev?
How long did it take you to get married?
You know what? It took me after the third time out there. I was pretty positive about it because we keep in mind, even after I came back after the first 3 months, we talked about 46 hours a day on Skype continuously. Then I went out there 3 months later. We talked some more. So we really had a lot of contact, and I felt good. Sometimes, you know, you got to kind of go with your instinct, you know. And we've been married almost 2 years now. My wife rarely ever goes tampo on me. Once in a great while, but it's rare. We just got a pretty good connection. I think she understands. And keep one thing in mind. What we do is for our relationship to work out, our concept is under the Old Testament, where one person in the relationship has to be the leader and the other one has to be the follower. But whoever's the follower has to have faith in a leader. And that, for us, it works out. It works out really well. There's a lot of decisions that my wife wants me to make, and she's really happy about that, you know. And so, you know, we got married, and then what we did is we got married in the Philippines, and that was kind of an interesting experience. But nobody scammed us. We really did it right. And the whole cost of getting married at Manila City Hall was, how much was it, babe? How much was it? Was it about 450 pesos to get married at the? Yeah, it cost us about $10 to get married at Manila City Hall, man.
Okay, so 500 pesos.
Yeah, no, we didn't use any fixers. We just did it all ourselves. People were trying to scam us there, you know what I mean? Even the judge, the first judge that they gave us, because what it is when you get married there, you do all the paperwork, and then you get to a point where it's like a lottery. They pick a judge for you, you know? And the judge that they picked for us to marry us, his staff was trying to scam us a little. So what we did is we went back to this other office where we did our paperwork, and they assigned another judge to us. And the second judge was really honest, real cool. And then he just didn't have any money, nothing. His staff was really nice. And that's how we got married over there. But we also did an outdoor wedding. It wasn't the official. The Manila wedding was the official one at City Hall. But we did an outdoor wedding, guests, right on Manila Harbor, and it didn't cost very much. It was really cool. Yeah, my wife's got a lot of really good friends that pitched in on the wedding and stuff and helped us out. It went really well. You know, really well.
So that's cool.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, and what about you, Richard?
Pretty similar to Jerry. My wife is quite similar. You know, she's an educated woman and, you know, born extremely poor, but won scholarships to get her undergraduate in accounting. And when I met her, she was a supervisor at a call center, which is not really a big job in the Philippines, but you know, it was the best.
But I think that's that's a middle class type of position, though, isn't it, Richard?
Yeah, it is. And
yeah,
when I came to visit her, she only could get 3 days off from work. That's how, you know, strict they are there. And they have a good work ethic, very good work ethic too, which I admired because I was raised in that similar kind of work ethic as well. You know,
right.
My family was a small business owner for years, and you know, it's kind of drilled into you. And you know, like you say about your wife, always looking out for you, looking to save money. My wife Cleo is exactly the same. You know, we were just in Cebu back in March, as seeing her family, and we hadn't been in 8 years. And so, you know, everywhere I went, she'd go, don't go down on Cologne Street. That's not a good part of town for you.
Right.
Like if she was going out to see her college mates for the night and I wanted to stay back at the hotel or something, you know, she'd tell me where to go and not to go. And, you know, what to be careful of, you know, always looking out for you. And, you know, they're just such good people. You know, when you find a good one, you really do find a good one.
Yeah, you find a good one, you got to make that move. You know, you find a good
yeah.
one, you really got to make that move. Yeah.
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 And
Um,
like you had said, also, my wife never asked me for any money either.
Well, that's if you stick with that rule. If you stick with that rule, that only rule, that's the only rule you need to stick with. If you stick with that rule, and the minute they ask you for money one time and you got to get rid of them, you stick to that rule. I think you can come out where you got a good chance of finding a good one, because you'll be able to weed out the bad ones right away without it hitting your pocket. You know what I mean? I hear all kinds of horror stories. Hey, Kev, I'm sure you've seen all kinds of shit when you were in the Philippines too, right?
Well, you know, I think I'm almost the king of horror stories.
Well,
I'm almost like the Stephen King.
Nah. I've seen guys that had it worse. You're nothing compared to some of the stories I've heard of, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
I heard a story. I don't know if it was a video I saw. It was a dentist here, some guy in California. Apparently, he was in his 50s. I don't know, the girl, I don't know if she was in her 20s, maybe late 20s. He met her online. Listen to this. And so, you know, he was talking to her. I mean, she was good. I think he was talking to her for about 6 months. So then they decided he still didn't even go out there to meet this girl. So he sends her all this money for her to build a house. Listen to this.
Holy shit.
So, and this was in Dumaguete. I think Ned, I don't know if it was one of Ned's videos he was talking about.
Oh, man.
But anyway, the girl, so then he sends her all this money. I don't even know how many thousands of dollars, you know, that he sent her to build this house, whatever. So anyway, he goes out there, right, to meet her for the first time. So she takes him to this house, but the gates were locked or something. And she goes, oh yeah, you know, this is the house that I had built. This is the land. Oh, but we'll have to get the keys. We'll come back later. So anyway, so they leave because they couldn't get in through the gates or something. So the guy comes back by himself. I don't know, for whatever reason. He saw the neighbor next door, and he asked the neighbor, goes, yeah, I'm going to be your new neighbor. You know, here's my house. And the neighbor goes, that's not your house. That's my son's house or something like that.
Oh, man.
So,
I heard that story.
Did you hear that one?
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, I mean, you hear shit like that, man. That's crazy. I mean, that's just, you know.
Yeah, that would be pretty bad.
Yeah, I wouldn't be very happy.
In case he was American.
Yeah. Amazing.
But see, you got to remember, we are very naive.
Well, you know what? Hey, I'm not gonna say naive. I'm gonna say plain old stupid. No offense.
Okay.
I'm not saying that towards anybody. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, no, I'm not saying that that's towards you or anybody, Kev. That's not what I mean.
No.
I'm just saying people fall in love, you know, they just get blinded, I guess. I mean, that's just the way it is, you know. But think about it. Here's a guy that's a dentist. He's probably got at least education. And the girl, I don't know, maybe she's got a bachelor's, probably not even a bachelor's, and he gets sucked in. I mean, come on, man.
Yeah.
Well, she's probably a doctorate in BS.
Yeah. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, so
because see, we are blinded by pretty face, boobs, so we don't think clearly, and a lot of times we think with the little head, and we don't think with the big head.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
So we are confused, and when we start seeing this kind of stuff, we are like little children in a candy store.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, yeah, you're definitely in a candy store when you're in the Philippines. I tell you that.
Oh yeah, I mean, for me, I got distracted so many times by pretty faces.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
So
That's
it's
true.
not easy staying on point, especially if something bad happens and then you want to bail out, and then you know, it's easy to just hop onto the next person because
Well, yeah, you
they're
just leave.
willing and waiting.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. I mean, you know what? I really when I went out to the Philippines, I was gonna go out there and, you know, if I meet somebody that's cool, and if I don't, then just hang out and have a nice trip. But it just kind of worked out for me, you know. And I think you know, that one dude, he said I heard you know, that nomadic in the Philippines, Dayton. I think the same thing happened to him. Like, he just kind of got lucky, met the right person like right away, and I think he's been with his wife a couple of years or something like that too. So, sometimes you get lucky and sometimes you don't. You know, sometimes it takes a while. You know, and I got lucky. You know, plain and simple. You know, it's, I don't know. Gotta tell you. You know?
Yeah. Yeah, like that love and lust. I mean, we think it's love, but you don't know if you can't tell the difference between them.
Yeah, well, you got to kind of figure it out. What, you know, you got to kind of make the difference. And I don't know. You know, I'm the kind of person that never really jumped into stuff, but I really think things out. And I mean, I did a lot of research before I went out to the Philippines, and here's the reason why. I mean, I've done a lot of different types of work, but one of my things is I used to be a trader for a living, so I made a lot of fast decisions. And plus, now right now I manage my boss's money. I'm a money manager, so we're always making decisions. We're always doing a lot of forecasting. So what I do is, no matter what I do in life, whether it's getting married, whether it's you know, buying a piece of property and flipping it or whatever, I'm always looking at what's the worst case scenario if I do this deal. See what I mean? I don't look at the positive aspect. I look at the negative aspects first before I look at the positive aspect. What's the worst thing that could happen to me if I do this action or if I do that action? And that's just the way I've looked at things my whole life. And I've been pretty lucky. I stayed out of a lot of trouble, you know, by having that mindset.
But how long did you stay in the Philippines?
You know what? Since 2014, between 2014 and 2016, I was out there 6 or 7 times. I was going out there every three to 4 months. We're going out there, and my wife just came last year, so she's been here for about a little bit over a year now. And we're going out there to Manila for a couple of weeks in September. So we're just on business and just looking at the health insurance and stuff like that. Because in 2019, I'm taking my early retirement at 62, and we're moving out there for good. I mean, I just sold a property that I was living in, so we're getting ready for the move. Even though it's 2 years away, real estate prices for me, on my opinion, is long term they're going down. So that's why I got rid of my property this past September. I see some weakness in real estate.
So you just liquidate them, huh?
Pardon me?
You just liquidate it?
Yeah, I just sold a property back in September, this past September. I saw weakness in real estate prices. And then right before the election, a lot of times, if you're going to change, you know, if you're going to liquidate investments, it's always good to do prior to an election, because you can always, you know, depending what the outcome of the election, a lot of times can affect your investments, whether it's a piece of property, whether it's real estate, whether it's stocks, bonds, whatever. And then once the elections are over with, then you can, if you're going to reinvest in another property or reinvest in stock, whatever, then that's what you do. But long-term wise for real estate, I just don't like what I see. I see weakness, and I had a good profit, and I took it and ran. And I don't expect to buy any more properties between now and coming to the Philippines, because I'm going to be moving to the Philippines full time in 2019. We're going to be moving to Dumaguete. At least that's where we're going to start out, and then we'll see where we go from there.
Yeah, I lived in Iloilo, and that was just a wonderful place for me.
Yeah, I hear it's nice over there. Yeah, I hear that one's nice too. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cool, you guys.
Wow. Is that Mikey 550?
What's that?
Is that Mikey 550 that's here?
I didn't see him.
I see somebody.
He's talking about me, Kev.
Oh,
Is that
Mike?
Mikey 550?
Nah.
Ah, it's somebody else.
Yeah, Mikey number 1.
Hey, buddy.
Cool.
Hey, how you doing, man?
Nice to meet you all. Yeah, I speak English. It's a funny
So
English.
what's going on, buddy?
Good, buddy. Not much. Just listening to you guys as usual.
Listening to the bullshit, huh?
Hey, you know,
Hey,
it's interesting to listen to people's stories, man. I mean,
Yeah.
because you know what? I just saw a statistic the other day. They're saying that 1 out of every 6 American men are marrying to a foreign spouse. Isn't that something?
Yeah, that's pretty well worldwide too. And in our country, it's much the same.
Where you
If
from,
you had
man? Where are you from?
I'm from New Zealand.
New Zealand? Cool.
Yeah.
Wow.
We have the same sort of situations here.
Wow.
A lot of guys are marrying Filipino. We had an influx of guys marrying people from Thailand too, but there's a real difference in those two countries. The average marriage between a guy from our country and a Thai person from Thailand is usually about 5 years.
Doesn't last, does it?
No. Usually, it's to do with cultures. I find that the Filipino culture is a lot better because, like, basically they speak English.
Right.
They learn. They're more of a Christian-based country.
Yeah.
I've been married 3 times. This time that I'm talking about now, I've probably been 8 years now.
Wow, cool.
I've been with my wife. And by the way, my wife's a teacher.
Is what? Teacher? Oh, hey, man, I didn't mean that.
No, that's all good.
No offense, I didn't mean that, brother.
That's all good, brother.
that was a good one.
Yeah.
Ouch.
And I actually got married in the Philippines too. I was married in Quezon City, which is probably a couple of hours just out of Manila, actually.
Yeah, that's just north there, the northern suburbs. You know, it's interesting. You speaking of that, because Makati, like if you would have tried to get married in Makati, you know that what's that one certificate of no marriage that the Americans get? They don't accept that, and they don't let foreigners marry Filipinas there. It's harder to get married to a Filipina in Makati, but I heard Manila and Quezon City was the easiest ones. That's what I heard or something.
Yeah, my situation was a bit different. I mean, for me to get married, basically I just had to provide evidence of a divorce. You know, I had to get paperwork.
Yeah, same thing. Yeah.
And it was pretty straightforward. Like you said, you just pay your. I think we paid about 1,000 pesos all up. I can't remember.
That's still cheap.
It was cheap as nuts anyway.
$20.
Basically, that was for the we call them registry office weddings here, but
Right.
That's basically you're right. You got a judge, and our judge was pretty good. She was a woman, and basically we went into her office or her chambers, and you walked past about 20 or 30 receptionists, and you go into a little room, and there's her office, and she gave her a speech. Most of it was in Tagalog, and every now and again they'd refer to me in English. Then she'll start giving me the 50 questions. I'll never forget that.
Right.
I felt like I was in school.
Hey, Mike, did they ask you to take that, that course, that 1 or 2 hour course for newly married couples? What's that called, D?
That course. No, I didn't have to do it.
We didn't have to do it either. They just looked at us like, you guys are too old or something. Get out of here or something like that.
Well, I'm 56 and my wife's 47, so it gives you the age group. It's a 10-year difference in age, roughly.
Right, same as me.
Yeah. That's the best way. I mean, I got no problem with guys in their 60s or 70s wanting to trot around a 20-year-old girl, but at the end of the day, it's you're not getting. There's no relationship as such.
You know what? If it works, and the guy's happy, well, it's more power to him. That's just the way I look at it. You know what I mean? Hey, how about that dude? How about the guy in Bohol, the foreigner in the Philippines? That dude's got a 50-year difference between him and his wife.
Yeah, but he's a bit of a sicko. I personally
he's
like
a scammer. He's a scammer.
He's a scammer. It's not to be confused with the other guy that's Blind Owl. I think he calls himself.
No, Blind Owl is cool.
He's a cool guy. Yeah,
Blind Owl's okay to a certain point.
I mean, at the end of the day, all I see on that other guy is what gets me is okay. They're all asking for money, and that's
it's a money making operation.
Yeah. But what gets me is one party actually does something, and like they get gifts and whatever, or ballot boxes or whatever you want to call it, and they dish them out to the locals, which is fine.
Right.
That guy, the English guy, what he does is he's asking for money to build houses and churches and all this rubbish.
Money. He's pocketing.
And he's taking it off the top. He's taking, like, let's say they chucked in $5,000. He takes about $3,000 of it, puts it in his pocket. Then he goes to the people that are building these places or whatever and says, "I'm going to give you this much."
Right. That's what he's doing.
So he's taking it both.
With that guy, it sounds like that he's fixing up his in-laws' house.
Yeah, family members' houses and stuff. And you know, I sent that guy a message one time, and he doesn't like me because see, I help my boss. We run nonprofits, so I know what he's taking off the top. And I told him, I says, you got to be taking anywhere from 25 to about 40% off the top. I says, he goes, no, I'm not taking anything. I said, look, people don't do nothing for nothing. I mean, they just don't do stuff for anything. I said, I know you're taking off the top. Why don't you just come out and tell people, hey, I'm taking X amount for gas, this, that. Show us some numbers. What he is, see, I told him, I said, you're not showing us how much is coming in. You're showing us a few things of how much is going out, but you're not showing us exactly how much money is coming in. And he's not even a 501c3. He's not even a legal 501c3. He doesn't like me.
You know what is sad is I see that man like asking for donations and all this stuff, and I opened up a GoFundMe site for if I could go back to the Philippines to get my daughters and bring them back to the U.S. And I only have one person, and he gave me $25. So he's a pretty good conniver or scammer, or he's a smooth talker.
Well, here's the thing about that English guy. He's a good talker. I mean, he'll lull you into stuff. So that's what he's got going for him. He can really talk, and people love that shit. And then I mean, he's good at it. He's really good at it.
I need to become a smooth talker then.
Well, you American guys especially, you guys are pretty kind-hearted individuals, right? And what happens is, someone like this English guy, he's an educated man, and he's very clever. And what he does is, you guys most of you guys are fair people, and if you see someone in the street that's down on their luck, you want to give them a hand up. This guy's facilitating that. He's playing on you. He's playing on your kindness, and he's basically.
Well,
yeah, of course he is.
Well, you know what? The Blind Owl guy, I started watching him when he had about maybe 400 or 500 subs. And I was one of the first guys. I sent him some money. Nothing major, $50 and here, $50 there. But then just shortly after that, a few months later, as he started getting popular, and he was pressuring people to send him money. He's like, oh, put up or shut up. And I sent them a message. I go, hey, man, I'm one of your original contributors, and you got to treat your subs like that? So I cut him off right away, and I found another guy to send money to. Because what I do is I send Balik Bayan boxes to certain people to pass out in the Philippines. There's a few, 2 or 3 other vloggers. I send them money periodically to help them out, because these guys, They don't ask for any money. They don't need beg, none of that shit, you know?
Yeah.
So the blind owl guy, it's not as bad as the English guy, but yeah, he's, you know, he's always begging and stuff. And he had, you know, he had a falling out with the English guy. You guys know that, right?
Yeah. That's what I was just going to say. What you got to realize is too. Not that I'm defending the blind owl, but
Nah, you know.
But what I'm trying to say is the difference between the two is a very important difference, because
right.
the blind owl guy is being honest. He's saying he wants to support his wife and buy a truck or buy a water tank. He's actually telling you. He's telling you what he wants. Like, it's your choice to give.
You know what I did with the blind owl guy? Hey, Mike, not to cut you off, but you know what I did with the blind owl guy? I sent them a message maybe about a month ago. I says, look, man, I says, why don't you do this? Why don't you open up a Patreon and for your daughter's college? Because, you know, he's talking about his daughter's not going to have enough money to send her to school in the Philippines. They're thinking about maybe going back to the States, but they're not going to be able to go back to the States for the kid's college. They're better off sending the kid to college like in Dumaguete or a place like that where there's 3 major universities there. Schools are much cheaper in the Philippines. They're better off going that route. I go, set up a Patreon for your daughter's college. And I think he did. He finally got it. He figured it out, but I think he did.
Yeah.
And I think it's a smart move on his part.
Yeah, he has. I'm actually donating to it, but I don't normally. But I feel that in his case that, you know, at the end of the day, fuck it. You know, it's only a few dollars.
Yeah, it's nothing.
And he's been straight up, whereas the other guy, it's a different ball game as far as I'm concerned. Yeah. I think, and the other thing, I think they are planning, from what I've been seeing in the last couple of videos, I think he wants to go back because his old man's.
Yeah, he's sick. Yeah, you know, I haven't really been watching him at all lately. Probably the last couple months, and I don't even really watch that foreigner dude anymore. Hey, Richard, you watched him, guys?
No, I'm not aware of what you guys are talking about, but it's pretty interesting.
You should kind of watch them two channels just for the hell of it. You'll get kind of a kick.
Well,
I mean, the blind owl guy, if you're like kind of into the outdoor stuff, you know, the blind owl guy's got some really good info. And then if you just want to watch an old geezer just kind of trying to scam people, he's actually good at it. Because think about it. I mean, you got a channel, you got all these subs. It's like a storefront preacher, basically, the English guy. You know?
Yeah.
He's a storefront preacher. And he's able to extract money from his church. That's basically the subs.
Praise the Lord.
Well, those guys, they're like professional.
Send me a couple of $1,000 and we'll
hey, you know what? Hey, the English guy just bought a new truck.
Funny that, isn't it? Mind you, you know,
truck,
what can you do? I mean, it's like you were talking about a lot of guys getting ripped off through Filipinos meeting the wrong ones. Well, I'm going to tell you another story that it's mainly to do with people, the difference between Filipinos and Thais. Thai people, if you are very similar to Filipino people as far as their lifestyle.
In looks. Yeah, in looks, for sure.
Yeah, and in looks and all that. But the main importance is the Filipinos, I believe, are still genuine, even the ones that rip you off. And the reason I say this,
hey, you guys got my wife laughing. You got my wife laughing, man.
Oh, good. She'll love this one. They mistake kindness for foolishness. You being kind to a Thai person,
right?
Means, oh, here we go. He's a foolish person with lots of money. He wants to save because everyone suffers from this. I want to save the world syndrome.
Okay.
But hang on, and then what happens is it's like sex. Sex to a Thai just means doesn't have any meaning. Love, you know, love means money. They'll like a girl could take her guy for a walk, and we'll catch this taxi, dear. The guy goes, okay. They'll jump in the taxi. The taxi could be her husband, could be another family member. they like to dish the money around. Everyone gets a cut.
Yeah, I didn't see it. I didn't see it like that in the Philippines, though.
No,
Yeah,
no, that's what I'm saying. The Philippines aren't like that at all.
Ah.
I don't believe. I believe that if you're an old guy and you want to fucking go with a 20-year-old, there's nothing. There's no relationship as far as I'm concerned. It's she sees you as the gold mine, and that's it.
Mm.
You look at her and think, wow, she likes me. But you put that setting in your country, what does that mean? Yeah, can you imagine a 60-year-old walking down the road with a 20-year-old? Your daughter?
Well, you know what? You know what? Oh, sorry, Kev. Go ahead, Kev. Go ahead, Kev. What's that?
You might get in trouble for it.
Well, you know what? You know what's kind of sad though? Think about this though, and we kind of see with one of our couples. We have a friend here that's Filipino and married to an American husband. They're real nice. They've been together for I think over 20 something years. There's a 25-year age difference, and what's sad is the woman is 60, the husband's 85, but his health is bad, so she's getting all stressed out. And here's the thing. When there's such a big age gap, and we're talking about an age gap of 25, 30, 35 years. What happens is when the guy dies, say the 60-year-old marries a 25-year-old, and so the guy dies at 80 or 85, say, so 25 years later, so his wife will be 50. Nobody's gonna want her. She's over the hill. So she most likely will stay single until she dies, and that's what's kind of sad, So when these big wide ages, that's what I think, but that's just my opinion.
Yeah, but if they've been married that long, I mean, and there's that difference in age. I mean, that shows that it's genuine. I mean, I'm talking about like a guy that's 60 and he goes to the Philippines right now and falls in love with some 25-year-old. I mean, it's just not going to happen, and I don't care what picture you paint. It won't last.
It's
a lot of these guys that do, and there's a lot of them that have married Filipinos like that. A lot of them won't even go back to their own country. You're like, how many American guys do you know that have married young ones and are still in the Philippines? They won't go back.
It's rare, but you're starting to see a little bit of that, but it's still fairly rare because people are going to kind of look down at you here.
That's right. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. They won't go back to the States because they know damn well that 2 or 3 things will probably happen. First of all, their friends of the same age group would isolate them. The other scenario is you've got all the young bucks, all the young boys that will be meeting, and this girl, let's face it, this girl's young, and she'll be looking at, hang on, what am I doing with him when I could have that young 19 or 20-year-old my own age, healthy American boy. You know what I'm saying?
We go to the Philippines. We're the commodity. They come here. They're the commodity here in the States. These girls, the young.
That's
girls.
right. Exactly. Suddenly you come back to reality. I mean, I wasn't that long ago in my area. I would walk down the road and I'd be the only white face, and I was like I was like the stud. Now, 10 years later, I still feel like I'm the stud, but it's just there's more white faces than fucking Filipino in my area, And another thing I've noticed too, a lot of the Westerners now are younger. I mean, we're talking 20, 30 years old.
You're talking about in the Philippines, right? You're talking about in the Philippines.
Yeah.
You know what? I mean, there's a lot of Americans. There's got to be at least 300, 400,000 Americans that are living there for sure. And who knows what from all the other countries. I figured out foreigners, there's got to be 2 million foreigners. Probably 2% of that population is foreigners that are living in the Philippines. I mean, it's, you're starting to see younger guys coming out to the Philippines getting married and trying to make a living. I mean, that's happening. Now, the average amount of years that a foreigner will last in the Philippines is 5 years now. That's what it is, 5 years. And then they don't make it. Either financially, they go broke, or you know they get divorced, whatever. It's still the average is 5 years. But like guys like Seth, you know, there's 3 ways of making money in the Philippines that's going to be able to you're going to be able to live. One is some kind of pension. 2 is some kind of investment income, or 3, some kind of income off the internet, some kind of internet business. You know, if you got 1 of the 3, you'll make it. If you got 2 of the 3, you'll live really, really well. I mean,
well, I agree to a point. What it basically boils down to is this: these guys that say that they live in the Philippines, unless they are getting a pension, unless they're rich, unless they got an investment, and I'm talking a major investment, not 10 or 20,000, I'm talking 100, 200,000, then they're dreaming, because you know they're full of it. I'll tell you something. Back in the day when I first started going to the Philippines and things, there was no internet as such. There was no YouTube. And what the common thing is, and when you first go there, 9 times out of 10 you're single or divorced, and you end up going to bars and clubs and having a good time like we all do, and you meet other foreigners, and 9 times out of 10 you'd sit there and, you know, you'd say hello, and they'd say where you're from, how you doing, all the rest of it, right? Because you have a common interest.
Right.
Nine times out of 10, when I was there, I used to hear the foreigners say to me, I say, what are you doing? You know, he says, oh, they live there. Oh, yeah, okay. What do you do? Import, export. Nowadays, you ask the same question, they tell you, oh, I'm with YouTube. I'm a video blogger. You know what I'm trying to say?
It doesn't mean he's making money. Well, you know what?
But hang on, let me finish. No one's ever said that they're a tourist or a visitor. You know, and that just cracks me up. They always got to portray themselves as something that they're not. The other thing too, I find a lot of guys that marry Filipinos that are not of a retirement age, I'm talking about now, but I reckon 90% of the Filipino wives would want to leave the Philippines and go and work in their country and earn money and send back to the family, and then once they've established themselves, then after a while go back and retire.
You know what? To a certain point, I think it's right. What do you think, Kev?
Well, I think I think we're gonna have to do this again next time.
Oh,
because
yeah.
Right now, my alarm clock went off, so it's almost time for me to call it an evening.
Oh, well, okay. Sorry, boys. I dragged it out for you.
Hey, guys. Thanks a lot for letting me come on. I really appreciate it.
Oh yeah. Hey, Jay, why don't you give me your last 2 bits, Mike, and then Richard, you do the last, and then I'll call it even.
Okay.
Okay.
Who you want me to go first?
Yeah, buddy.
All right, man. Hey, thanks a lot for coming on, for letting me come on. I appreciate it. If you guys want to check out my channel, I just started about a month ago. I got about 6 videos. But if you do go to my channel, look at my introductory video first, because it'll tell you what type of content I'm going to be having and in what sequence I'm putting up my videos. All right. And I'm basically a Jerry, Gerry Kudanian, Kudanian, Philippine Life, and that's where you'll find me, man. All right. Hopefully I didn't talk too much.
I found you earlier today.
Huh? What's that?
Yeah, I got you. I subscribed to you, and I also got hooked up on your Facebook.
On Facebook. But you know what? You subscribed to me a while back when I first started. I remember, and then I subscribed to you as well, Kev. Cool.
Yep.
All right, go ahead. I'll let you guys talk. Go ahead.
Hey, like I said, I appreciate you guys coming on board. I mean, this is every day I'm learning something new. So, Mike, what do you got to say for yourself, buddy?
Right. First of all, where do we send our donations to the new church building? on that guy's new
Which guy?
channel. You.
Huh? Oh, I don't need any donations, bro.
I was joking, bro.
Oh,
No,
I was gonna.
no,
I
Evie.
was just gonna say. I was gonna say you guys can help me out on my GoFundMe.
Help out Big Kev. He's trying to get his family over to the States. No, hey, if you guys can go to my channel, subscribe, that'd be cool. There's gonna be some really good videos coming up. And hey, Richard, you got a channel?
I really don't. But
Okay.
I was actually going to be working on a channel with my wife. She's an excellent
Cool.
Filipino cook and baker and stuff. And
Nice.
I'm sort of planning that. But I don't even have the good camera. I want to get a good camera.
Well,
for,
you probably want to get 2 or 3 cameras.
Yeah.
Try out some different cameras. But when you do get a channel, just send me a link, all right? Because I'll sub to it. And then
Yeah, great.
let you guys know. Mike,
Yeah.
you got a channel?
No, I've got a channel, but I don't use it hardly ever.
Okay.
I might go all high tech and get drones and stuff and do some silly stuff like that because I've got plenty of money to waste.
I'm glad so.
I'm sure the fucking neighbours would love it. Here
Yeah.
we go. The drone's flying overhead.
It's dive bombing over their house and stuff.
They
The
take some
gate,
pretty.
the guards on the gate might get their shotguns out and fucking use it for target practice. I don't know.
All right. Hey, I'm gonna let you guys go. All right. Thanks. Hey, Kev. Thanks a lot, brother. Appreciate it.
Hey, you guys. I might even call you guys back again.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, you get some other guest, or if you want me to come back on, I'm more than be happy to. I think I talked a little bit too much, probably. Sorry about that, guys.
Oh, that's okay. That's okay. Like I said, this is all new to us, so every day is a learning experience.
All right, I'm gonna sign out, brothers. Thanks a
All
lot.
right, buddy, thanks.
Thank
Okay,
you.
Jerry. Nice meeting you, Jerry.
Nice meeting you guys.
Yeah,
Yeah,
nice.
All right, Richard.
Yeah, Kevin, I appreciate you inviting me on. It's been, very enjoyable. And Jerry and Mike, very entertaining guys. I like the Kiwi guy's accent. He laughs about it, but it's pretty cool. All right, Kevin. I guess
All
everybody's.
right, buddy. Like I said, I appreciate you coming on board. I like your comments you give me on about my channel and stuff. So
Yeah. Anytime you want, I'll help you out. And yeah, that guy was loaded. Jerry was loaded with information, man. I didn't know half the stuff they were talking about those other bloggers or anything, but
yeah.
I wish we had a mute button though. Fuck it hell, could hardly get a word in.
Well, yeah.
These New Yorkers can fucking talk. I thought I was bad.
I think he's from Chicago. I'm from New York, man. I was a laid back one, man.
Yeah,
Oh,
he
you're
was from Chicago.
Oh, it's in Chicago. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Why did I say New York? I must have got confused.
But I'm an old New Yorker. Maybe the accent. I'm
Yeah.
57 years old, so I live upstate now, so in the suburbs.
Oh, nice meeting you anyway, Richard.
Yeah, very nice, Mike. Great hearing you. You're a very funny guy and enjoyed it. Okay, Kevin, thank you very much.
All right, you guys. Well,
All right,
again,
yeah.
I appreciate you guys coming on board, and I appreciate you guys giving me time to listen to you guys talk, listen to you guys have different experiences. Everybody has different experiences, so it's good that everybody's different, because if you listen to me talk all the time, you're going to be probably hearing a whole bunch of footsteps all over again. So it's nice just to kick back and enjoy, and so I appreciate you guys coming on board. And Mike, it's nice talking to you, buddy, and I'll see you guys next time. And Richard, I appreciate you coming on board. It was cool to meet you guys. And Jerry, I appreciate you, man. It was nice just to hear different things coming out, and so it was cool. I had a good time, and I just didn't want to be on for so long like I did the other day because that was almost like an hour and a half. So I just want to make this almost like even a little bit over an hour now. So yeah, it was just good. You guys, this is end of our Memorial Day, and it was a good show. So I appreciate you guys coming out. I still got 6 followers watching right now. So hey, I appreciate you guys sticking with me. And Seth, I know you're out there, buddy. Always miss you. You're my good bad influence. So so always hope you're doing good. And
Yeah. What is Seth doing now? Did he go back to the States or?
no, I believe he's still in Anderson City, but he's up doing a new business he's opening up, and like an online gig, and it was just he's just try to
His time is
launch
occupied.
a new business. I still think it's the Lady Boys got them all tied up and releasing them.
Jeez, that would scare me.
He knows I'm joking. They're not Lady Boys.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would scare me too. So
Yeah. That's a worst nightmare for me.
yeah, maybe that would be a good topic next time. But yeah, Richard, I appreciate you sticking with me tonight, buddy. That was pretty fun. I'm glad we got
Yeah,
it.
very fun.
You came on pretty easily.
Yeah, everything worked out good, Kev. I had no idea how to do this, but yeah, it worked out great and it's a lot of fun.
Like I said, this is my second broadcast, and like we're with a guest, and it's just we did a pretty good job, so it's not too bad. It's easier and nicer when you have a guest because it's kind of hard to carry the whole program off of one voice.
Yeah, you probably feel like you're talking to yourself and you don't know. You probably have to watch the chat, see if people are interested. Remember that show
Yeah.
Seth did?
And see, when I got hit in the head with my machete, I got one eye that I can't really read that good because it's kind of fuzzy. So I got to keep looking up close to my my laptop. So that's how I hesitate during that time.
So, Kev, how long ago do you have the machete accident?
That happened the December 20th, 2013.
Wow, yeah, it's well, I had a brain aneurysm 20 years ago, and I still have. I'm very fortunate to be here because the main artery in my brain burst, and they put a little clip on it, titanium clip, but it screwed up, a lot of my life, and it took me a long time to recover.
Well, yeah, like right now for me, I have headaches every day, 24/7.
Yeah, I get ocular migraines too, and sometimes my vision, will go down, darken up a little bit and stuff. It's just a result of it,
Yeah. So like for me, I can't work no more, and I've been out of the United States for so long that my Social Security, my points ran out.
Yeah, there's something else.
Job for 13 years, so all those years that I worked at the mine and stuff, I didn't lose everything, but I can't touch it until I'm 65.
It's sad. People work their whole life and contribute to Social Security, and then you got people that never work a friggin' day in their life, and there's 40 million people in America that don't work, and they're milking the system. And a lot of them are healthy.
That's kind of screwy.
It is. I don't understand where that comes from, but it's yeah.
But see, like today, I introduced my aunt. She in my video about Memorial Day, and
Yeah, I saw her. Yeah, yeah, very nice lady.
yeah, and she's the one that brought me paid my ticket from Guam from the Philippines to Guam,
Wow, that's
and
great.
now she's letting me stay here, and uh, see they helped me out quite a bit.
Very, very good family, Kevin. Very good family.
Well, yeah, but I see. Um, like I said, I want to go back to the Philippines and pick up my family, and
Yeah,
it's just a little bit difficult to get the ball rolling.
yeah. I hear you. You're probably getting a little bit anxious, and you want your family to be with you.
Well, that and like I said, my brother-in-law, he's still running free, and he's unpredictable. So I like
Right.
my kids; they could be in danger anytime. So it's just
Yeah,
because they all live in the same up on the mountain.
yeah. I don't know what it was. I heard you saying that your wife or your girlfriend asked her brother if he was sorry for doing that, and he said he didn't have any feelings. He didn't have any sorrow for what he did to you. And
Yeah,
he sounds like a psychopath to me
well, he is,
because
man.
he, yeah,
He's literally a problem child.
yeah, yeah. I can definitely sympathize with your situation, man. It's crazy.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. One of my Randall, he asked me, Kevin, are you able to go back to work? No, because I'm on medication about my headaches, and my headache,
Mhm.
the medicine that I'm on, I have to take 3 times a day. And see, my headaches that are so bad, the medicine, because I got my temple penetrated, and
Jeez.
it's screwed up like my nervous system and everything.
Yep. Yep.
So
Yep.
um, like I put my fingers on my head, and it feels like ants are crawling because it's all
Yeah.
numb in that area.
I know exactly how you feel because when I had my aneurysm surgery, they actually cut a plug out of my head, out of the bone. They cut the bone out of my head to get at it. And nowadays, they don't perform the surgery like that. They go through an artery in your leg and thread like a thing up. But it depends. You could die by the time they get that done.
Uh-huh.
You know. Yeah.
What Randall asked me, am I eligible for SSD? No, but I did get SSI.
Yeah.
SSD they didn't give me because I don't have enough points from my Social Security because I
Yeah.
my points ran out because I haven't worked for so many years.
Wow. I don't know the law for all that stuff. I used to have a small business of my own years ago before I got sick, and my mom was my accountant, and she used to handle all that stuff, my taxes and Social Security and stuff.
Uh-huh.
But I thought you only had to work 20 quarters to used to be the law. They might have changed it
Okay,
to
now
collect Social
I can
Security.
get my Social Security, but I have to be 62, and then I could get an early withdrawal.
Yeah. So, Kevin, are you under the care of a neurologist, a specialist now?
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I'm getting disability, but I'm
Yeah.
only getting $500 for my
Jesus.
disability.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh,
And
yeah.
now I they told me like when I got my SSI, I have to get like Medicaid, and also I get like food stamps, but I only get like $90 for food stamps.
It's crazy. Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm kind of screwed. So that's why it's kind of hard And like some of the medicines I get, Medicaid would pay for half, but I had to pay the other half.
Yeah, yeah. I know it. I know exactly what you mean because I had all those expensive medications for years. I had to take. I still take some of them today too. Like I forget what it is. It's
Yeah,
my. I don't get
that's
seizures. Do you get any
one of
seizures
my.
at all?
No, but I can wake up sometimes, and I don't know where I'm at, and because
Yeah, yeah.
I'll be confused, and I don't know where I'm at, and I have to look at like a letter, and it would tell me like
Hmm.
with my address and stuff, like the letterhead.
Yeah, yeah.
So and again, I can't work because of the medication, and it's
Yep.
just it's just kind of my voice. Sometimes I start to stammer.
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
my buddy, he's asking me, Kevin, how's your weight loss going? Hey, I'm almost down to 20 pounds. I started my new program a month, like the beginning of the month, and now it's almost the end of the month, and I already lost over 20 pounds. So yes, my weight loss is going good. That's just because, except today, because I had that cookout, that barbecue I did, and I had to sample those hot dogs and everything. So yeah, but yeah, again, that I can get like I said, that SSD
Hmm.
and stuff like that. That's why I was asking. That's why I made that GoFundMe site, just for I can try to get some of that money made up, and then go back over there and get my kids out of there and to over here. So that's what my plan is doing.
Yeah. Maybe you should. Is there a link on your on this YouTube site that people can locate that?
Well, no, because I don't know how to link it yet
Yeah.
but it's under GoFundMe, and then my name Kevin, and then Hankinson,
Hmm.
I
Yeah.
S O N there. So that's my name, Kevin Hankinson, and
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
you type out GoFundMe, and then you go to Kevin Hankinson, and then that would take you to my site.
Hmm.
But I had this one guy. He gave me $25, but he was from my high school. So
Hmm.
somehow or another he like on Facebook I posted it, and he came and donated 25 bucks to me, and I get like a couple hundred people on my Facebook, but nobody else did it.
Yeah.
Well, I guess it
Maybe.
was around Christmas time, and that was like a bad time to ask for a donation.
Yeah. Maybe if
It's,
you put like a little description, explain. I don't know if you
oh
did.
no,
Maybe you did.
you read like I'm not telling you to go to my site, but if you go to my site, then you'll read. I made a I made like an introduction
Yeah.
about what happened to me in a picture of my family and I.
Oh yeah. Yeah. That's good. Yeah.
Well,
I
you
was
guys,
thinking maybe.
it's almost. I'll give us 2 minutes, and then I'm gonna call it quits because it'll be 10 o'clock my time.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. I'll let you rest. I know you need your rest and stuff. And it's been great to be here. Thanks for inviting us.
Oh,
And I
you bet, buddy. No, do I?
appreciate it.
Yes. It says, do I have a PayPal? No, I don't know about that either. Because see, again, this kind of stuff is new to me, like GoFundMe and Patreon and what is it? PayPal, so I'm not very familiar about that stuff. Oh, Randall, you're in Washington State. I got an aunt. One of my I got an aunt. She lives in Yakima. Who's in Kentucky? Yeah, I'm in Kentucky, so 9:59 p.m. Kentucky time. Oh, you grew up in Yakima? That's funny. Yeah, my aunt, she lives in Yakima right now. My mom and dad, they both grew up in Yakima, and my dad grew up in Sela. Do you know where that's at, Randall? My dad is from Sela, Washington, and my mom, she went to Yakima when she was a girl. Yeah, yeah. My dad, he went to Sela High School, and my mom and well, no, my grandmother and my grandfather, they both worked at I think it was like the apple cider plant in Yakima. I think that's where they met or something like that. Yeah, but my dad, he went back to Yakima like when we were young, and he got lost. So yeah, Treetop. Yeah, that's where they worked at Treetop. So that's kind of funny. My, those Apple boxes, and you have those posters that's on the sides of the Apple boxes. My dad used to collect those. So that's pretty funny. White Swan, huh? Oh, yeah, at Del Monte. Yeah, and then those hop. Oh, my dad used to pick hops over in Sela. Yeah, that was a long time ago. Richard, did you grow up in New York?
Yeah, yes, I did. Yeah. They got a pretty big
Oh,
Apple business in upstate New York too. Everybody thinks New York is only, New York City.
what do you call it, the Big Apple?
Apple, yeah. Yep.
I don't know why they call New York the Big Apple, but
I know it's a shithole. I used to love it, but I hate it.
oh,
Yeah.
oh, and what do you do now, Richard?
Well, I do selective design of guitar amplifiers and some repairs of. No, I'm right-handed. I think the picture probably is. I don't know how it got reversed. Service work for professional musicians, very, very minimal, mainly like rebuilding, Marshall amplifiers or Fender classic amps for pros, or, I used to actually have my own design. I used to have my own company. I used to design amplifiers.
Okay.
But because of my brain aneurysm, I'm sort of disabled too.
Okay, so we're in the same boat.
Pardon me?
It sounds like we're in the same boat.
Yeah, yeah. And well, thank God my wife, you know, she the Filipinos are amazing people. She's doing very well, and that's why she doesn't want to go back to the Philippines now because she's, you know, doing so well here. She got her master's in business last summer, and that she obtained while she was working full time, and she worked for that, I don't know, for some kind of like insurance, healthcare insurance company as a, you know, for poor people, and she knows a lot about that type of stuff. I'll ask her about your case, and the laws might be particular to New York State. It is nowadays she's working for a company that handles like doctors' claims against New York for insurance and stuff like that, and she's a supervisor at that. But she wants to retire back in the Philippines too. She's a little bit young. She's only 40, but I would love it myself. I could really enjoy life there.
Yeah, I enjoy it also. I mean, it's a good place. Even where I was at, it was still a good place, you know.
Yeah, yeah, oh yeah, yeah, absolutely. I've seen a lot of travelogues. That's what I mainly watch is Randall. My wife is from Cebu City. Originally, her family is from down in Alacoy, her grandmother, but they relocated up to Cebu City. It's kind of a lot. Heard a guy yesterday complaining about Cebu City because of the, you know, right in downtown, it's very a lot of smog and diesel smoke and stuff. And I was there back in March for a few weeks, and it can get to you if you're out on the street, you know.
Okay.
I think they need to do something about those jeepneys, the pollution they're making, you know.
Yeah.
They're gonna kill everybody.
Sooner or later.
Yeah.
Okay, you guys. Well, I went 5 minutes over. So again, I want to appreciate you guys hanging with me, and it was good to talk to you guys. And hey, Randall, that was pretty good. I talked to another Yakima person, so that was kind of good. But again, until next time, always you guys be safe. Try to do something different, and always be happy. You know, you live life to the fullest.
Oh yeah.
Even though you're down and down and out and not feeling good, you know, another day is another day. So
Yeah. Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
good
It's nice to
just
be
to
here.
be smile, try something different. Always have a good outlet. Tomorrow's another day.
Mm-hmm.
When's my next show? Uh, maybe Wednesday. You know, maybe I'll try it again Wednesday. What is this? Okay, Kev, say it.
It's not just any style; it's Big Kev style.
uh, yeah, but he might get mad at me. It's Kevin's style, Big Daddy style.
Big Daddy.
Yeah, that's my name of my I got a Hotmail account, and it's AK means Alaska. It's AK Big Daddy 2008 at hotmail.com, and that's my Hotmail. So that's what I used. But now I'm on Gmail because of Google and everything. So yeah, that's pretty funny. Seth is out of the woods, Kev. No, Seth, he might. I got five viewers right now. He could be one of them. He could be, because see, I know Seth. he's a bad influence on me. So he might be just waiting to catch me, and then if I go back to the Philippines, he might be waiting to kidnap me at the airport.
Yeah.
Oh. No, like I said, one day, Lord hoping if I would love to go back there, and like I said, just pick up my kids and get them out of there. So one day, because see, but my kids, they already have U.S. The paperwork is already finished. I just have to submit their paperwork for them to come here. Plus, buy an airplane ticket and stuff. So, again, if you guys know of somebody that wants to support me on my GoFundMe, let them know, and I appreciate it. You know, I don't got no church to build, but you know, heck, that's yeah. I need to become a smooth talker. All right, buddy, Richard. It was nice to meet you, buddy. And
Same here.
I'll talk
Same
to
here,
you on another time. Like
All right,
I said,
brother.
maybe I'll have you come back on. You was pretty decent to talk with.
Yeah, thanks. I appreciate it. I didn't really know what the hell to talk about. I'm more of a musician really than a speaker, but you know, my wife has like all kinds of awards in college for public speaking. I'm horrible at you know, I don't know what to say. I keep saying, you know.
Yeah. Well, I do know, buddy. So.
Yeah, I think you do great, and I kind of can associate with you when I heard your story about when I saw your video, when I first seen you on Seth's show, and then seen your video of you actually getting a bolo in the head. I said, oh wow, I couldn't imagine what that was like. It's amazing that you're alive.
Not many people will survive from that. So
absolutely,
I was lucky to survive.
Yeah, I similarly survived a brain aneurysm, and it's hereditary in my family too. My grandfather died of it. My dad's father, he was a captain in the army at 52. I had mine at 36, and I'm very thankful to be here. So yeah.
Oh, hey,
amazing, yeah.
Right now, I got a buddy of mine. He's saying, Kevin, if you lose 100 pounds, I'll buy your ticket to the Philippines. Hey, I'm already lost almost 20 pounds already, so
yeah,
I might hold. I'll hold you to that. What do you call it?
Yeah. Well, you probably have some fees and stuff for their documentation and everything, right? To bring them here. Just
well,
right?
Yeah.
Because I know my wife has been a citizen a while. It's a pretty. We did it ourselves, and it's pretty expensive. If you do things legally, it's expensive.
Oh yeah, like I said, it's gonna cost. It's gonna cost me maybe maybe around over $5,000, because see, I got blacklisted from the Philippines, so I have to pay my fine, because see, I left the I left the Philippines. I had to pay immigration before I could go back there.
Yeah.
Because see, only reason why I left the Philippines because I needed medical treatment for my head. I mean, I was going to live in the Philippines forever and ever, and I wasn't planning on coming back here. So under medical circumstances, I was forced to come here.
Yeah, that's everybody's worst nightmare, especially as like myself being 57. You worry about moving there in the medical. They do have good doctors. I know they do in the big cities and stuff. And my wife has some friends in Cebu that her best friend is a lawyer, but she's working in healthcare now. So they do have good doctors. It's just that if you're way out, like in the Providences, you know, and something happens to you, you might not get to the hospital at the right
Oh, I
time. You know,
know.
if say you had a heart.
Yeah, like for me, I got the closest hospital I went to. That was a prenatal hospital. So I didn't. I because they were worried about how far I could go, and I went maybe like 200 yards off the rice paddy fields to the main road, and then we walked a little bit, and then we caught a jeepney. I'm not a jeepney, but a pickup truck, and a 30-minute ride from where we were at to the hospital was like 30 minutes, and that was a prenatal hospital that we went to.
Mm-hmm.
So,
You must have lost a lot of blood.
I lost a little bit over 2 liters
That's amazing.
within around 30 minutes.
Yeah. Hey,
So,
my brother lives in.
I never lost conscience.
Yeah.
I felt like I was going down.
Yeah, yeah. Did you get like black or anything, black out when you were losing all that blood?
No, but almost to the hospital, I started feeling a little bit dizzy.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, I'm gonna let you go and rest. It's been a great show, and I appreciate you inviting me on here. You know, the guests and stuff, and the people in the room are nice. You know, what I have is I have the YouTube window open so I can read their comments and stuff. You know.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. All right, buddy. I'll talk to you later on.
All right, man. Take care. Have a good one.
All right, brother. Okay. Yeah, I just gotta stay a couple of seconds, finish watching read my views. No, but I'm looking real hard at one. Kevin is a, oh, well, you know, am I a straight? You know, just like my talk. What do you call it? My logo. Big Kevin, no bullshit. Because I'm not trying to tell you guys this is stuff that happened to me, and I don't know what everybody else's stories are, but this stuff is like my video diary. So all this stuff like happened to me, but again, some of the stuff I brought to myself because of being selfish and stupid and trying to have a good time and everything. And then, but with this machete, I was attacked because of my brother-in-law was jealous about my daughters and the attention that his mom and dad is giving to him, to my kids, and not really so much focus to his family and himself. But so that was like the last straw. And then him and his father had an argument earlier that morning, because it happened at around 8 in the morning. So yeah, nothing better than life than a great Filipino. Yeah, well, yeah. Right after a typhoon calmed down, climbing up. Yeah, climbing up. Well, you guys stayed with me for a good day, good evening. No, oh, almost 2 hours. I started at 8:15. So we went pretty strong. All right, you guys. Thanks for listening. Thanks for hanging out with me. I'm glad I hung out with you guys. And yeah, good night. And I'll talk to you guys possible my Wednesday. It's today's Monday, the 29th. So yeah, it's already 10:19 p.m. Monday night. So my Wednesday. Okay, Kevin, later. 100-pound ticket. You know, is that round trip ticket or one way? 100 pounds, huh? You know, I'm going to hold you to that, okay? So, because my weight, I remember at the beginning of the month, it was 444. I documented it on my video. So, all right, you guys. You know, it's not what you say, it's who you know. You know, you guys are pretty good. It was nice just to sit down and BS. Those other guys had pretty good topics, pretty good little bit of answers. So, yeah. All right, you guys. You guys have a good evening. And I'll talk to you guys later on. I'm going to make sure I turn off everything. I think the last time I left the chat room still on. I like I said, I'm trying to remember how to turn off everything. Easy turn on. It's kind of a little bit difficult to go backtrack and turn off everything. All right, you guys be good. I got 4 viewers. Man, you guys are diehards. All right, you guys, always be good. This is Big Kevin saying I'll talk to you later. This is Big Kevin style. No, and I'll talk to you mofos later. All right, you guys, be cool. All right, you guys. Let me go to Hangout and turn you off. All right, you guys, here I go. I'll talk to you guys next time. So, from Big Kevin in Kentucky, all is well, and I'll bid you guys a good evening. Bye.